Hi, I'm Iris from digiScope, and I study the impact of technology on humans. Let's talk about video conferencing. In the next few minutes, I will share some pros and cons as well as the impact of video call on the brain. What would we do without the apps like Zoom, Discord, House Party? Being far away, we can still hear each other. We see each other, interact with each other. Almost as good as meeting face to face. Yet, it is quite different, and something very important is missing. Look at your screen. See how blank it is. See how flat it is. Screens hide more than they show. What is it hiding? Have you ever felt drained after a day of video conferencing? The main thing that is missing in video call is our physical presence. We humans are more than our words, ideas, or our looks from the waist up. We have unique smell, unique bearing. We communicate a lot through touch, through posture. What is left when we are reduced to a flat image on screen? Screens are still fantastic because they provide connection, inclusion, and reach. Video conferencing also adds visual cues to the call. First, connection. I'd say some form of connection. We can still come together, share thoughts and updates, but it is more of a checking in until we meet in person again, type of a placeholder. Screens also facilitate inclusion, opportunities for everyone to speak, to participate in the same way. There is no back row, nowhere to hide. Even by switching our camera off, we are still present. Video conferencing can reach out much further. The person who is abroad or sick or at work can still join in. Although it is harder for completely new people to join because they don't have a rapport with the group yet, it is still possible. New communities can be formed and relationship within existing groups can deepen. The biggest benefit of the video chat is, of course, the visual information. In the physical, non-verbal cues make up to 90% of face-to-face communication. So, being able to read facial expressions and gestures should make our communication more natural, make us more relaxed, help us to understand each other better, shouldn't they? But there are also some drawbacks. Alongside with the joy of connecting, we feel exhausted by the same communication. Let's look into how technology works, how brain works, and what happens in between. Two main reasons for brain fatigue are distraction and split attention. They are linked together. Video conferencing is so intrusive. It disrupts our home space. For the duration of the call, our home becomes a hybrid place, partly home, partly work. Whatever is visible on the camera, whatever the microphone can catch, is inevitably broadcasted to the wider audience. With that comes an expectation to keep whatever is happening at home under control, which is not always possible. However cute distractions can be, it pulls attention away. Remember, we get extra tired when attention is split. The obvious psychological impact of video conferencing is linked to social pressure. First, there is this expectation of being available. Especially in the quarantine, we have to stay at home. Hence, we lose the excuses to decline an invite to Zoom call. In the same time, without a sharp limit, we might struggle to even end the call. Or we can feel very awkward when silence occurs. We feel it because there is pressure to perform, which is hard to escape. It is like being in the spotlight. The pressure to present is fighting with the desire to show our true selves, and this is draining. Thirdly, because screens hide more than they show, we subconsciously try and double guess people. We are forced to compensate the absence of physical presence, the poor audio quality, and the breaking and latency in connection by filling it in. In the same time, we get distracted by our own image on screen. This is called hyperpersonalization, and it is the reason behind many other problems with online communication. The neurological impact is less obvious. It is hiding in the wiring, the hardware of our brain. First, our instinct is to search out eye contact for connection. Yet, through technology, any direct and mutual eye contact is not possible. We either look at the camera or at whoever is speaking, always missing the eyes by a few inches. This constant subconscious battle invisibly wears us out. We are also wired to notice changes in the environment. We automatically pay attention to something that moves. On a 2D screen, the background becomes as important as the person speaking. That's why jittery handheld videos are extra tiring, because everything moves. Likewise, interiors that are busy, bright, have many details, become like the puzzle pictures where you need to find a cat or spot the difference. Thirdly, in a Zoom call, we have too many actors of equal importance. Having no back row might be a good thing, yet it causes our attention to split, trying to find the rectangle that is active right now, or if in speaker view, trying to reconnect to the new face on screen each time. It resembles whack-a-mole game that requires fast reaction. We are either good at it and it makes us satisfied, or we become frustrated and end up looking at ourselves because it is easier. In both ways, we get distracted from the conversation. So, now we know what hides behind an ordinary Zoom call, and particularly why it makes us tired. Hopefully, this will help us to think how to make our communication better. You are warmly welcome to explore more about digiScope both on Facebook and on my website. Have a wonderful day and let's stay in touch.